All right, guys, United States map number 3. The title of this is U.S. States map. I'm not going to draw a scale because I don't know the distance and the scale of this exact map. We could also do a compass rose. Let's do that. North, east, south, west. Never eat sour watermelons. We could have a key, but I'm not going to add a key. Here's some states that I want you to know about that get frequently missed or that get frequently talked about. I'm not going to tell you all 50 states. You are going to label them on your map, but I'm not going to tell them to you in this video because then that would take forever. I want to start and point out to you, here's a little reminder. The Atlantic Ocean is over here. The Pacific Ocean, the calm ocean, is over here. Pacific, Atlantic. Then we have the Gulf. Okay, and then if you wanted to go into the Wild West, you would have to cross the Mississippi River, which is right there. Remember, New Orleans is the mouth of the Mississippi River. Okay, so here's just some important states that we're going to talk about in class this year and that are talked about frequently, and they're just good to know. So here's Florida. We have a lot of Texans that are going to migrate, sometimes immigrate, depending on the time period, from Kentucky and Tennessee. Kentucky looks like a chicken leg, and it's also where Colonel Sanders comes from of KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken. So there's your little chicken leg right there. And then down here we have Tennessee. Neighboring states to Texas, that's something that we need to know. New Mexico. Oklahoma. Of course, that's Texas. Another neighboring state is Arkansas. I can never fit the name of that in the state. And I misspelled it. Jeez. Okay, A-R-K-A, Arkansas. Hey, that's a weird word. That's not an English word. Probably because most of our states come from the name of Native Americans that lived in that area. Fun fact. This right here is Louisiana. It's shaped like an L. I'm actually going to draw the label down here because I'll have more room. Louisiana. That's where New Orleans is. All of these are neighboring states, and those are fair game for warm-ups and or the quiz that you're having at the end of the week or on Thursday. This state right here is talked about a lot. This was home of the 1849 gold rush, California. And that's why they have a team name called the 49ers. Yep. Because that's the year that the gold rush happened.
And their helmets and colors are gold.
This right here is the Bay Area. You hear that on the news a lot. They have a lot of problems. They have like shifting tectonic plates, which result in... Oh, Lucy's awake. That results in... earthquakes. And then they have fires, and they sometimes floods, but not very often. Whew, that's a tremendous area. They also have really big trees, and it's beautiful. And of course the beach. Okay, so another state that we already labeled, we're going to label it again. This is Alaska. This is Hawaii. Up here we have a country that is to the north of us, and that is Canada. And then down here we have a country that is to the south of us, and that is Mexico. Because we all know that Hawaii is not south of Texas. It is not south. And Alaska is not south of Florida. It is not. It's up here. It's up here, okay? Oh, it's not an island. This one really is an island, but that one is not an island. It has islands, but it's not an island. It's actually a peninsula.
What's the definition of a peninsula?
It's a thing that's surrounded by water, kind of like this right here.
3 sides of it, I think.
3 sides of it is water, sort of like Florida. Maine is not a peninsula. Yeah, okay. Speaking of this right here, this is where the Great Lakes are, and people get this wrong on maps all the time, so I'm just going to go ahead and say it. This guy and this guy are together. Not romantically, but politically. Both of these make up the state of Michigan. And then they are rudely interrupted by this guy, which is Lake Michigan. So Michigan, Lake Michigan, Michigan. So if you're making these a certain color, then these two pieces need to be the same color. And something else that I've seen a lot on colored maps is that they'll color a bunch of these states the same color, but actually those are all separate states. All of them. Here's something that I didn't know until I was in high school. This state is New York, and it is referred to as upstate. And when people are from New York, or they visit Manhattan, the Bronx, Brooklyn, Bay Ridge, Queens, all of that is actually right here in a place called Long Island. So that's an island that's owned by New York. It was once called New Amsterdam because originally people from Amsterdam settled there. So, yep, there you go. That's your U.S. states map, and I hope that you have a wonderful day.